Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos receives more cables of greetings on the occasion of the blessed Renaissance Day, glorious 23rd of July. At the end of his participation in the Arab Summit in the Mauritanian capital Nouakchott, His Highness Sayyid Asad bin Tariq Al Said stressed that the Sultanate will continue its support to solve Arab issues. And the National Museum will be opened before public from next Saturday. Live from the news center of the Sultanate of Oman television, here we present to you the details of tonight's news bulletin. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has received more cables of greetings on the blessed Renaissance Day, the 46th anniversary of the glorious 23rd of July. They were from the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Sultan bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, President of the United Arab Emirates, His Highness Sheikh Sabah Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah, Emir of the State of Kuwait, His Excellency President Abdul Fattah Al Sisi of Egypt, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Deputy President of the United Arab Emirates, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, His Royal Highness Prince Mohammed bin Naif bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud, Crown Prince, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of the Interior of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, His Royal Highness Prince Sultan bin Hamad Al Khalifa, Heir Apparent and Deputy Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Bahrain, His Royal Highness Prince Mohammed bin Sultan bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud, Deputy Heir Apparent, Second Deputy Prime Minister, Minister of Defense of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi, Deputy Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces of the United Arab Emirates, and His Excellency Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of India. His Majesty the Sultan also received the cables of greetings on this auspicious occasion from their Highnesses, their Excellencies, the Ministers, Advisors, Commanders of the Sultan's Armed Forces, Royal Oman Police and other security services, honorable members of the State Council, their Excellencies, the members of the Shura Council and the secretaries, honorable judges, Omani ambassadors, heads of diplomatic missions and representatives of international organizations and bodies in the Sultanate, sheikhs, dignitaries and citizens. In their cables, they express their sincere greetings and best wishes to His Majesty the Sultan of continued health and long life, praising great civilization achievements realized in the Sultanate under His Majesty's wise leadership, praying to Almighty Allah to preserve His Majesty and make him successful to achieve further aspirations for his people and the nation. His Majesty the Sultan replied, expressing his thanks and appreciation to their sincere greetings and good wishes, praying to Almighty Allah to return such happy occasions and its similars. At the end of his participation in the works of the 27th Arab Summit in the Mauritanian capital Nouakchott, representing His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, His Highness Sayyid Asad bin Tariq Al Said stressed that the Sultanate will continue its supports to solve Arab issues through dialogue and convergence of views. He added the Sultanate believes that all sides should listen to each other and is exerting great efforts to bring together opponents. He pointed out that the most important decisions that have been reached are coordinating stance and settling down the Arab situation. His Highness Sayyid Asad bin Tariq Al Said, representative of His Majesty the Sultan, returned home today after leading the Sultanate's delegation in the 27th regular session of the Arab Summit in the Islamic Republic of Mauritania. His Highness Sayyid Asad and his accompanying delegation were received upon their arrival by a number of their Excellencies, the ministers. The 27th session of the Arab Summit in its final communique called upon rivals in Yemen to give priority to the logic of dialogue and to reach positive results through Kuwait talks to bring back Yemen's peace and stability and its territorial integrity very soon. The Arab leaders called the parties in Libya to complete building a new state and to counter terrorist groups, expressing their hope for Syrians to reach a political solution based on preserving Syria's unity and maintains its independence. The communique further stressed on supporting Iraq in fighting terrorist groups. The National Museum will be open before public from next Saturday. At a special press conference on announcing the inauguration mentioned that the total showcased items in the museum reached more than 12,500, where the oldest exhibits is an axe found in the governorate of Dhofar, which goes back to 2 million years. The National Museum, considered as an icon highlighting civilized, historical and cultural dimensions of Omani lifestyle throughout ages. In line with the development of e-commerce in various countries in the world and what accompanied in the challenges and needs, the events of the 4th International E-Commerce Conference under the theme E-Payment was inaugurated in the governorate of Dhofar. The conference was presided over by His Excellency Sayyid Mohammed bin Sultan Al Busaidi, Minister of State and Governor of Dhofar. The two-day conference aimed at promoting e-transformation and raising companies' awareness of the importance of e-payment and its role in enhancing development and promoting e-commerce in the Sultanate and the Arab world. The conference provided the platform to showcase Arab and international successful experiences, share knowledge, build national capacities, and getting updates on the latest developments in e-payment field. The Supreme Council for Planning today affirmed that the National Program for Enhancing Economic Diversification, which came based on royal directives of His Majesty the Sultan, during a press conference, His Excellency Talal bin Sulaiman Al Rahbi, Deputy Secretary General of the Supreme Council for Planning, affirmed that the program is implemented in cooperation with the Malaysian government in order to benefit from its economic experience. He as well added that the work is continuing to search for solutions and initiatives and detailed suitable projects. He also pointed out that the direct means for social participation will be open during the implementation period of the program. It's worth mentioning that the program focuses on works on strengthening the non-oil sectors of the economy and to find alternatives to support the national economy. The Ministry of Finance issued 2 consecutive publications forwarded to all governmental institutions and heads of independent civil units on applying Omanization plans and decisions of Civil Service Council. The first publication is on increasing of Omanization percentage in institutions at all employment levels, especially vacancies for top and middle posts, in addition to prepare substitution and Omanization plans, which has been approved by the Board of Directors, and the implementation should not exceed 5 years. The second publication is on guidance of all units, authorities, public institutions and other bodies to take precautionary measures to reduce the deficit of the state's general budget and rationalize current spending in various fields, which corresponds with amendments received from Civil Service Council. You're watching the Sultanate of Oman television, and still to come in our news bulletin. 10 big investment projects will be established in various governorates of the Sultanate within the strategic tourism plans to attract foreign investment.
هنا الرائحة العالقة بالذاكرة تأخذنا دهشة مختلفة لتبهرنا بجمالها الآسر حيث ملتقى الأسرة. امنح نفسك شغف التجربة، فهنا حكاية الجمال لا تنتهي. مهرجان صلال السياحي 2016 من 15 من يوليو إلى 31 من أغسطس. عمان، المحبة والوئام.
Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. The Royal Army of Oman celebrated the graduation of Limited Services Officers Course during a ceremony held in the military parade ground of Sultan Qaboos Military College under the auspices of Major General Matar bin Salim al-Balushi, Commander of the Royal Army of Oman. At the beginning of the ceremony, the graduates performed the military salute, followed by the chief guest inspecting the first row. The graduates then staged a military parade by marching in slow motion, accompanied by the Rao music band. At the end of the ceremony, the chief guest distributed appreciation prizes to the distinguished graduates. A ceremony was held in another hospital in the Governorate of Muscat to mark the World Head and Neck Cancer Day. During the ceremony, the doctors stressed that there are great possibilities of curing serious cases of such cancers with the latest technologies available in the hospitals of the Sultanate. The event also came to shed light on the ways of prevention from these types of cancers, as well as using the best ways of treatment. At the end, the patients recovering from head and neck cancer cases were honored. Oman Oil Price September delivery reached $41.39 per barrel. The Dubai Mercantile Exchange said that the price of Oman oil declined $1 and 45 cents from the price of yesterday, which was $42.84. The average price of Oman oil August 2016 delivery has stabilized at $46.60, thus $2.27 per barrel higher than July 2016 delivery. A training course was organized by the Omani Association for Consumer Protection in the Governorate of the Far to shed light on expiration period of food, stuff and products, in addition to instill the concept of food safety among the society members. It also included lectures on ways of getting rid of spoiled food. Around 100 employees from various governorate or government and private bodies took part in the course to get acquainted to topics related to food safety and other subjects. Within the strategic tourism plans of the Sultanate, the Minister of Tourism completes a series of development projects in order to attract foreign investment. The ministry, in cooperation with bodies concerned, seeks to improve tourism sectors and to increase the percentage of its contribution in gross domestic product. 10 big investment projects will be established in various governorates of the Sultanate. The project will be established on government touristic lands during the 9th five-year plan using right to benefit system. One of the main projects, Ras Al Haddin, the Niaba of Ras Al Haddin, the Wilaya of Sur, which consists of 2 hotels, malls, restaurants and acquainting centers. The Omajin projects in Al Hayl area in the Wilaya of Asib includes hotels, jetty, malls, restaurants and entertainment facilities. The Gunot Resort project will be set up in the Wilaya of Shlim and Al Halaniyat Islands in the Governorate of the Far. The resort will contain a hotel with 200 rooms, own a residential unit and services and entertainment facilities. The Palm Beach Resort project will be instituted in the Wilaya of Barka in the Governorate of South Al-Batina. It will include 3 hotels, 500 residential units and a mall. The tourism strategy of the ministry takes into consideration a number of principles to improve the tourism sectors, like preserving historical and civilizational heritage of the Omani society, in addition to protecting natural potentials of the Sultanate. And now let's go to the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Cloudy skies will prevail over the coastal areas of the Governorate of the Far and its nearby mountains, with chances of intermittent drizzle. The rest of the Sultanate will have clear skies with cloud accumulation and scattered rain over the Hajar Mountains. Winds will be easterly to northeasterly light to moderate over the coast of Sea of Oman, while on the coastal areas of the Arabian Sea it will be southwesterly moderate to active. Seas will be rough along the coast of Arabian Sea with a maximum wave height of 4 meters and moderate to rough along the rest of the coast with a maximum wave height of 2.5 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos receives more cables of greetings on the occasion of the Blaze Renaissance Day, glorious 23rd of July. At the end of his participation in the Arab Summit in the Mauritanian capital Nouakchott, His Highness Sayyid As'ad bin Tariq Al Said stresses that the Sultanate will continue its support to solve Arab issues. And the National Museum will be open before public from next Saturday. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin, brought to you live from this news center of the Sultanate of Oman television. From me, Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rubi' and Salim Al-Ma'wili and Ahmed Al-Habsi and entire news team, we thank you for joining us. Wish you a pleasant evening and good night.